What's going on, everybody? This is Raw Star, and you're listening to the Misfit Effect. And of course, I'm joined with my beautiful, wonderful, spectacular, and keeps me sane co-host, Miss Sarah Lace.
See, I don't think that I keep you sane. Quite the opposite. I think you try to keep me sane and I keep you insane. That's really what it is.
I don't know.
But speaking of insane, look at this sexy, beautiful Ruby Moon. You're like out of this world insane. Look at you.
Out of this world. Look at you.
Mhm. Thank you.
Hmm.
So
Tell us more.
Ruby, yeah, tell us about yourself. Think of it kind of like an interview, like a little 30-second elevator interview. Who are you? And what do you do?
I'm a wild, nomadic, mystic woman creating exotic art who found my way into the porn industry. But
Ooh,
yeah, I'm a traveler, always traveling the world, doing all that I can, see everything, love animals, wildlife, conservation. So
ooh, okay.
And how, like,
What?
real quick, how long have you been in the actual industry?
I got signed with my agency back in August, but before that
Okay,
I've been camping for a while.
okay. So I was looking up information about. I'm like, I think she just started in September. So I'm up here like looking at all your scenes that pop up. I'm like, okay, 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 okay. I was doing my intensive research, like hard. Like I
Mhm.
said, okay, I gotta find all I can about Miss Ruby. So so like
Wonder what I found.
what did I find? I mean, I found your agency. I seen you did a scene with Isaiah, uh, and I've seen a whole bunch of other stuff. I've seen a whole bunch of anal stuff in here, and
Ooh,
yeah, and like
a
I
little
took
anal slut.
I
Okay.
yeah, that's what
Yes.
and that's what I was getting. I'm like, okay, I'm learning a little bit about this little lady that I met that flashed me a few weeks ago. So
Wait, when did she flash you?
at the XRCO Awards.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I know that, but you have to tell
Oh, I'm
them, you
sorry.
know?
I was at the XRCO Awards and I was forced to be a photographer. And while I was there, this young lady flashed her breasts and like I had to take the picture and then send her the picture and I had to say, I don't post nudity on my Twitter, which I don't, but here are the pictures that I took.
You make it sound like you were forced to be there and like you don't like titties, but you and I
No,
know you love titties, especially the left one. I already know this. I already
yeah,
know this. His favorite one is the left titty.
and she's over there thinking, she's over thinking like this is weird that it's like someone to have a favorite titty and for him to love the left titty over the right titty. And don't judge me. It's a, like, and the reason is because the left titty is closer to the heart. So I can like when you're second on the titty, like you could feel the heartbeat. And like you could feel if they're enjoying it or not. Because if the heart is just beating like regularly, like boop, boop. They're not really enjoying it. But if it goes boop, 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 you know you're doing a good job because they're getting excited. That's why the left titty is more important than the right titty.
I
Wow,
mean, you're not wrong, I guess, you know. I
that's a
I
really great way
definitely
to
do
put
like
it.
titties,
She's gonna, she's
right?
gonna,
I
she's
mean,
gonna
you
think
can
I'm
also
weird after this
suck on the
podcast.
right titty and then just hold the left one and you can still feel the heartbeat, right?
Yeah, 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 but it's not the same
You know,
because like you could feel it with your body, with your mouth, rather than feeling it. 'Cause, like when you hold your hand over your heart, sometimes you don't feel your heart, and you gotta search around for where the heart is. Think about it. Think about it. If you put your hand right here now, you try to find your heartbeat, and you gotta like you
I found it.
move around and say, okay, oh there it is. You
It's
got
in here.
like sometimes you got to go around and try to find it. But if you're already on it, you feel it because your mouth is pressed against the chest automatically, and it doesn't matter. Like it does matter how big the titties are, but like like yeah, it matters.
He loves titties.
I'm
He's
just a
done his
titty.
research.
He can talk all day about titties, I
because I'm a
think.
titty connoisseur. You know. Because the thing is, like, I don't even need to I don't even need to penetrate anybody. I just like sucking on the titty. And that's all I need. That's all I need. Like, if she, yeah, I'm simple. I am simple.
I love
So
that.
Ruby, do you like your titties getting sucked on?
See?
Right.
You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So where all have you
Like
traveled? Uh-huh.
some nibbling too.
See, no.
Yeah.
The thing
Oh, I
is,
love some nibbling. I like some pinch. I love nipple clamps, really.
so
I
When
haven't
we
tried
get kinky. Oh yeah. So let's get back to
like,
it.
but I do want to say,
What
like,
places do you like to
if you know how to suck a titty and then blow a titty so the nipple gets harder and then you pinch it, it's never mind. Anyway, where have you been traveled to?
Where have I traveled to?
Yeah, Miss World
Or what's
Traveler.
your favorite places to travel to?
I don't have like a favorite because I feel like everywhere I go feels like home, right?
Okay.
But I've been all over Europe. I've been to Germany, France, Austria, Spain,
Oh my God.
Portugal. Um, I just did a solo road trip through Europe just a couple of years ago. That was really
Oh,
fun. I flew to the Azores and I did a water priestess retreat and became an ordained water priestess. So I drink really amazing water and I teach people about water. And I decided to fly to mainland Portugal and I just did a to France and back.
so go back to the water priestess. Explain that. That sounds like interesting, but like awesome interesting.
So like, so are you officially not just priestess and your name? So we should be calling you priest. I can't even say the word priestess.
Priestess Ruby.
Ruby Moon. So
Basically.
priestess Ruby Moon. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mispronounce your title. So priestess Ruby Moon. Tell us about the water stuff.
Yeah, basically I drink really high quality water and I've been drinking it for about 10 years. Specialize in water quality and hydration and teach people all about it and their bodies. But that led me into like, so that's like the scientific side of it, the
Oh,
technical,
okay.
but then on the woo-woo side of things, um, yeah, I went through a really intensive priestess training for a long time, specifically about water. Water is the most important thing. It is life. Without water, nothing would exist, right? So we as humans need to be stewards of our water, and really we're not. So this priestesshood of water women, we're here to heal the planet with water and protect it and be a steward of the water. And we do water magic. I could do baptisms and anointments, and I can look at water like a crystal ball, do that kind of stuff. So it's more like my medium. So yeah, a lot of water magic kind of stuff.
I'm
Ew.
sorry, like y'all can't see me, so I'm not on camera. My mouth is just dropped in amazement. I'm over here
He's just
like
shocked.
no, no, I was like, you know how you ever look at someone and they just, when they're just talking, it just sounds like really freaking awesome. And you're like, oh my
Mhm.
God, this sounds amazing. Because like all I drink is core water. And like I feel that like that's for me it tastes the best. But you're talking about, more better water that tastes that should like be more better for you, and like I'm in a maze. I'm sorry, that's interesting to me. That's very interesting to me because
Mhm.
like I
I
can
drink,
do
I drink the best on the planet, to be honest. So, and
what
that,
what do
yeah,
you
that's,
recommend that we should be drinking then, as far as us common folks who gather drink bottled water?
well, the, for you to understand like what kind of water you should really be drinking and not having maybe like the machine that I have or have the money to get the machine or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we pour. Like imagine you talking to this pole folk guy who lives in his mother's basement. I don't live in my mother's basement, y'all, but who lives in his mother's basement, and like, he can buy water, but he can't buy the equipment.
right.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness.
I would really steer away from buying bottled water because in nature, water is alive. It's a being, it has a conscience and a memory and a structure. And when we take it out of nature and we put it through our pipes, it ruins the molecular structure of the water and it kills it. So it becomes dead, toxic water. So then we put that in bottles and it comes out of our tap water, right? Well, the machine that I have basically it restructures the molecule and brings it back to life. But if you don't have that machine and you don't have the money and whatever, I would recommend not just going and buying bottled water and actually go to a water store where they have alkalized water or something. Like you want to drink water that's alive. There's a
Okay.
difference. Right. Like I'd rather drink a water that's alive and has impurities in it than drink filtered dead water because it's dead. It's toxic. Our bodies can't absorb it. So then that's why you feel heavy and bloated and it sits in your stomach and it causes a lot of health issues. Yeah, we have a really big health problem in the United States, and really a lot of it goes down to the water we drink. You know, we're buying Dasani and water that's owned by Coca-Cola, and we all know that Coca-Cola is and big pharma is one big system, right? So they own our water too.
I don't drink Dasani, but I drink. I don't know you told me earlier. I only drink core. I mainly only drink core water. That's the only
I
water that
drink
I really drink.
tap water. That's what I go for. Which actually, that reminds me, there was actually a scare of a chemical spill in our water supply this past week. So I had to stop drinking the tap water for a little bit, but they said everything was fine. But they thought there was like, I guess, sulfuric acid mixed with something else. I think it was orthophosphate or something like that. So yeah, like that's one thing that we do have to like watch out for is actually making sure that they're doing it right.
Right. There you go. Water
Mhm.
is really a difficult thing, and it's really important that we drink good quality water because I mean, the water remembers everything that it passes through. So all the hard metals that it's passing through in the pipes, all the, we reuse some of our gray water. So all the pharmaceuticals and all the shampoos and conditioners and everything that goes in the water, like it may be filtered out of it, but it remembers that. So yeah,
Okay.
it's really complicated, very in depth, but
No,
that's
like honestly, like I like people can tell like when I'm really intrigued, I just pause and I just look and
Mhm.
stare. I am really like this. This is interesting to me more than you have no
Mhm.
idea. Like I don't care if it's in depth, but this is really interesting to me because I've been trying to drink a lot more water in general.
Mhm.
But I do know like plastic take away from the water. Even if you look at this water bottle in front of me, it says like what they put inside of it to, to purify it with a magnesium chloride and stuff like and other stuff they put inside of it to, do stuff to it, whatever. And it's kind of like it loses its the purity of it. And
Mhm.
like so everything you're saying, like you have no idea how interesting this is to me. I am a creature of knowledge right now.
Yeah.
Miss Priestess Ruby Moon.
yeah. One thing about plastic bottles and bottled water, really in general, is one, it's destroying our planet.
Yeah,
So, but when you put water in a plastic bottle, it becomes carcinogenic, which is the ability to cause cancer. So, and then it's sitting in the bottle for how long? So I mean, like before it even goes out to the shelf, it could be in the bottle for months at that point.
yeah,
So then when you go into front of grocery stores, a lot of the time you just see bottles of water sitting out in front of the grocery store in the sun. Think about how much like time it has spent in the sun for like those microplastics or for the plastics to be like it becomes toxic. It just becomes a
yeah.
literal
Toxic.
bottle of poison. So
Yeah.
I would just recommend stop drinking plastic bottled water in general and just really go to your local water store and just get water from them. And you can make a huge difference in your life and for the planet just by doing that and not even changing how much money you spend. You might actually save a lot of money because how much does a core bottle of water cost? Probably a couple dollars.
I buy them by the case, so I haven't directly delivered from the core place to my house. So
Wow.
like I keep like 2 3 cartons in my house, cartons 2 3 cases in my home.
Mhm.
So it's always like a fresh 24, like at least 24 here at like most majority of the time. And like if I see it like getting low, I just buy two more. So I try to keep.
keep the water there. Yeah.
I mean, I do drink water, but like I know, like everybody has their reasonings for drinking more, like what, like water in general, like their type, and like because I always tell everybody I cannot drink Fiji because I feel Fiji has like they add too much stuff and you can taste it because
Mhm.
they like it's so dang heavy when you drink it. And I don't know if it's just my taste buds, but it feels like I'm getting full from drinking water rather than just re hydrating myself from drinking water.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, because the molecules, like when we take water out of nature, it ruins the structure of the molecules. So then the molecules per cluster, they become really large. So if you were to look at like a chain link fence as your cell wall, and you were to take a bunch of basketballs and footballs and you were to throw it at the chain link fence, it's not going to go through. It's not going to be absorbed. So I would say that in bottled water and tap water, like that's the size of the molecules. Whereas like the machine that I have, it restructures the molecule down to like 4 to 6 molecules per cluster versus 550 to 250 molecules per cluster. So it'd be like throwing a bunch of BBs at the front fence. It's all going to go through. It's all going to be absorbed right away. So when you drink a bunch of water that's bad quality water, you're gonna get heavy, full, and bloated because the molecules are too large to be absorbed into your cellular wall. So it just sits in your stomach and your body doesn't know what to do with it. And then so you're actually not even getting hydrated off of that water. Your water is actually dehydrating you. And so then you're getting thirstier and thirstier. And that's part of what they want. They want you to be buying bottles of water to get more thirsty, to then, quench your thirst all the time, then get soda. And now you're on this pharmaceutical path, right? So yeah, it's really complicated. Your bottles of water is not hydrating you, and most people don't realize it.
That
I'm I'm sorry, I'm just
does
in
make
trance.
sense. I feel
That's
like I didn't catch, like, I didn't comprehend all of that, but it kind of makes sense because, for example, in Europe, even they have said that our water is a lot different from theirs.
What
That
is?
like that they're basically they have like the natural minerals like still remaining in their water, whereas ours has everything just stripped. So it just has the water itself and not like the actual like like minerals and things that actually like hydrate our body.
Right. A lot of that stuff, like a lot of the bottled water is reverse osmosis. And reverse osmosis, the process, like it's taking out all of the junk in the water, but it's also taking out all of the minerals in the water. So basically it just becomes a liquid. It's not water anymore. It takes out everything bad, but it takes out everything good. So then you start drinking reverse osmosis water, and then it enters your body. And since it doesn't have those minerals, it actually depletes your body of its minerals. So
hmm.
it's stealing from you. So people who have like a reverse osmosis machine, they have to actually add in minerals to their water, but then now you're playing God. Like, why are you adding? It's like every body of water is different. So you're just
Mhm.
gonna add, like, what are these minerals that you're adding into your water? It's just people just don't understand it. They just listen to, oh, like, reverse osmosis is clean. Oh, and then we just add our minerals into it, and then it's like, but water is so specific. Nature does that so specifically. Why are you going to take out all the minerals and then add in these minerals that probably aren't even the minerals that were naturally in the water in the first place? Whereas in Europe, you could actually just go, like, they have like statues basically, and they just have water flowing out of them all the time. So people just go up to those and they just fill up their water from a spring that's just flowing all the time. That's very common in Europe, just to go get and that water is alive. The water may not be as like high quality as like the water that I'm drinking, because the water I'm drinking is super specific, but that water is still alive and from the earth. And
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
so you want to drink that for
Um, I love that idea of just being able to go up and just get some free water.
Well,
yeah.
it's wow, that's I'm sorry, like that was the most interesting thing I've heard all week right now. So I'm
Right.
sorry. You have no idea. Like I am a true seeker of knowledge, and that's a lot. Well, all your travels, like where has been your favorite of that? Because I know you say you've been here, you've been here, you've been here, you've been here. Like, if you could go one place for a year and it's been your favorite place, where would you go? And you like you didn't have to worry about money, whatever. Everything is covered. Where would you go from your travels?
Thailand.
You said where?
Island?
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. Oh, I thought you said an island. I'm like, an island? Like, which one?
Yeah,
It's
Thailand.
like, I've heard,
Thailand. Okay.
I feel so uncultured because I've only been to what, 4 countries?
Yeah, which ones?
I've been to Amsterdam,
Okay.
Netherlands, Netherlands.
Wow.
I've been to Ghana, Africa, Burkina Faso, Africa, um, France. Oh, I've been to 5, and Bahamas.
It's
Okay.
pretty sure places. I mean, I haven't even heard of those places in Africa. So,
Well, I didn't have to pay to go there. My school paid for me to go. And I was like, I learned the language when I was in college. And they were like, hey, real name, do you want to go to Africa? You don't gotta pay for it. Yeah, sure. And y'all give me
That's
spending money?
awesome.
And y'all give me spending money? Heck yeah, I'll go.
yeah.
And so I went there for a month and I just did a little tour around the entire country. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I haven't been back since. So
I
Wow.
love that. You should go back.
uh,
Well, I know you're always busy, but like you
no,
should plan a
I
trip
mean,
and just
I'm not a connoisseur of going to countries like Priestess, Ruby Moon over here. You
I
don't want to call you for now on, right?
priestess.
Like if I see you in person again, I want to address you by your title. You know that, right?
Mhm.
You gonna be in person like really raw. You don't gotta say that. No, no,
Mhm.
that's your title. You earned it. So Priestess, Ruby.
I'll change my handle. It's no more. It's no longer Miss Ruby Moon. It is Priestess.
Exactly.
You earned the title. Like literally right now I'm getting my doctorates. So as soon as I finish this, I'm not gonna change my at name, but everywhere you look, it's gonna say Dr. Raw.
Dr.
Doc
Rothstein.
Raw. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Priestess Ruby. So Priestess Ruby, you said you've been in since August. So that's
Yeah.
about what's that? That's not even a year yet. That's 9 months. So who have you not shot with that you want to shoot with? Like who was your top 5? Who is on Ruby's uh Princess Ruby's top 5 hit list?
I don't even have one to be honest. Like I wasn't like in like a porn connoisseur before I got here.
Mhm.
I wasn't
Um,
either.
but I would say I would love to be on Plug Talk. You know, I think that's how I kind of found my way here is by watching their podcasts and stuff. So I think that would be cool, like a full circle moment. And some of the people they have on there, Kara. I mean, so those two, Kara, man, and there's just so many beautiful. I'm there's more beautiful women that I would love to collaborate with. Honestly, just
You have
I
like
love women.
you like it doesn't matter if it be man, ladies, TS, yeah,
Non-binary.
yeah. Because like the thing is, it's like you never know who knows somebody who can just make a phone call and be like, "Hey, so I have this lady. Her name is Priestess Ruby Moon, and she would love to work with you." And like she said in my podcast, and like I said, you know what? We need to get them together. Or so a fan might listen to this and be like, "Oh, Priestess Ruby Moon wants to work with this person." Let's harass an agency or an agency, but a production company and say, get them together. That'd be hot.
Get them
That
together.
would be
Get
smoking
them
hot.
together.
Get them together, you know.
Mhm.
Get them all together at once. That'll be hot, you know.
Ooh, yes.
get
Because
me
I'll be
get me.
honest, I have done that before actually. I was at a content house one time and one of the girls was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of this guy and I think he's really hot and I really want to work with him, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm friends with him. Like I know him." and like you're real cute, like you have a good personality, like I think this could work. So I messaged him and then he calls me right away. And so we end up having like a little three-way call and they actually like get together and make content afterwards.
Yeah,
Aw, I love
I'm not gonna say who. Someone said it on the podcast, and like right where they ended. I said I'm gonna say no. I said I'm gonna text them right now while we were on the podcast when they said it, and then like they replied back during the podcast, but I waited till it was over to say, yeah, this person said. So you, yeah, I like connecting people in every type of way if that makes sense.
It's fun connecting people or like seeing people get their like wishes come true, you know? I really like, I don't know, I like seeing that. But yeah, run out of questions.
So what all do you have coming up that we should look forward to?
Right. So I'm with Envision Model Agency
Mhm.
and brand new agency. It's female owned and operated. And so we're really excited about what we're doing from the transition to the agency that we were before. And then my agents creating their own agency. So it's been a whole process. And yeah, this summer we're gonna have we're on fire. We're creating a lot. We're doing a lot behind the scenes, gonna be making some different moves than
Yeah, I seen that. Like I don't know who runs it. I seen that with Team My Own. So I just
Mhm.
like when I first saw that, I wondered because I know a lot of people. I don't know everybody, but I know a lot of people in this crazy industry. And I was sitting back wondering who runs it. But I looked at your roster over there at Envision. I'm like, they have a really
Beautiful.
beautiful roster. You know, yeah, y'all
Yeah,
got
I was looking at it too. We were
on it.
doing some research. We were doing some research and
But
I was
yeah,
like, damn, hello.
but that's your agency. Like what content or videos or companies that you shot with recently that you have upcoming?
that I have upcoming. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Count that I feel like a new
that you can say.
like every day. Um yeah, I just shot one yesterday actually that I'm really excited about. Some VR ones coming out. Let's see, I can't remember what the company was. Spizzo shot with yesterday. That was super
Ooh.
fun.
Well, that's what's
Was
up.
it your first
Yeah,
VR?
like well, no, that one wasn't VR, but I just had a VR one come out today actually. So
Also, I
new
keep
VR coming out. Yeah, I had the one that I have coming out that I shot yesterday. I'm like dripping in gold and jewels. High
oh, that's
five.
nice.
Ooh,
I like
Gold.
that.
that's hot.
Yeah, I gotta keep the rubies going.
Mhm. I love
That's
that.
the same thing with her because like her last name is Lace. So she
Oh,
goes out her way to wear a lot of lace stuff because
Mhm.
right.
the name thing.
For
Branding.
example, it may not look like I have lace, but my undies are lace.
Always keep them lace.
Mhm.
Love
I
that.
had a joke there, but I'm not gonna say it because I'll get judged by Priestess Ruby here because
No way.
she's only met me once, so I'll be forever judged, and she'll see me on the street and be like, ah, that's that weird one right there. I'm trying to make a good impression right now.
Yeah,
That's
you're
a weird
already
one right there.
unforgettable. It's been a good time. So
I try. I try to be unforgivable. Forget like my God.
unforgettable.
I can't say words anymore.
Same.
I'm so interested in the whole water conversation and trying to like, trying to segue into like getting more information. It's kind of like, I want to talk about water again. No, but so what do you do for fun? And like what do you do what keeps Ruby fun to do stuff? What did you do for
What
fun?
are some hobbies? You got him tongue tied, okay? He can't even
I,
ask a question
So I'm thinking
right.
about
What are some
water.
of your hobbies?
I'm thinking about
oh,
water. I'm
it's like I
intrigued.
need some of this water, damn it.
No, because like
Right?
I'm already like Sarah can tell you I have a bad habit of looking up stuff after someone tells me something very interesting and buying it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sarah can tell you I have a bad habit of like if someone says something that it randomly shows up at my door because I order stuff a lot
Yeah.
or I go out and buy it for no reason and then it just ends up at my house and people say, "Why'd you go do that?" And like if I went out and got a whole bunch of water, it'd be like because I was listening to what Priestess Ruby Moon said and it interests me a lot and I needed to taste the difference and see how it affected my body. And then the question would be like, who was Princess Ruby Moon? I said, you got to look her up. It's Ruby Moon underscore. Don't forget the underscore because you'll tag the wrong person like I did the other day.
He's
And
probably like,
uh, yeah, and yeah, it's somebody else, but Ruby Moon underscore. That's her Miss Ruby Moon. I'm sorry, Miss Ruby Moon underscore. Don't forget the miss. Don't forget the underscore. And then you'll see who she is. But she was talking about water, and now I have like five big things of water, and it's because of her influence. You know, and chick can tell you I'm really bad at buying stuff. I have a bad Amazon habit. Like
He does. He really does. One time a strap of one of my like lingerie broke, and I was asking him if he had a sewing kit, and he didn't. So literally the very next morning, like he just like knocks on my bedroom door, and he was like, "Here's the sewing kit. Just came in from Amazon." I was like, "What?" Like I could have just gone to the store and like picked something up and stuff. He's like, "No, I bought two." I was like, "We don't need two, okay?" He's like,
no,
"Okay, just in case."
I needed one to keep here, and I bought her one that she could just travel with. I have a bad like I have like I need to go to like an AA type of thing to say, "Hi,
I'm a shopaholic.
my name is Raw Star, and I'm addicted to buying stuff off Amazon for no
Amazon
reason.
miss.
For
Amazon for
other
no
people.
reason, and
I feel like
for
what
other
it
people
really
too."
is for other people, you know? I think part of it is because he's a sub, and I think I think gifts is one of the things that he likes to like do. So I think that might just be what it boils down to. But at the end of the day, I think it's cute.
At this point,
You
everybody knows that I'm a sub and a giver, so it's yeah.
know?
Nothing wrong with
I,
that.
I
We
think a
need this.
giver.
We love that. Not every guy's like that.
hmm So, what are some of your kinks? Do you think you're more submissive or more dominant, or switch?
I think I'm a switch. I can be super sub, but I can also dominate depending on the situation and who I'm with,
Yeah.
right? But I'm a big exhibitionist. So I love doing things in public. A lot of my content's gonna be like way
And I'm a
public.
voyeur.
Yeah.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
both.
I'm listening. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just always doing things in public. A lot of my like cam shows are like in my car, like where I am right now, or like on the beach somewhere like in between somewhere really busy. Like one of my best shows was like I was like parked in between the I didn't realize that I was in a construction zone and then all of a sudden these construction guys come out and are like surrounding my car like in a live show. Yeah, and that shit's such a turn on, right?
I
Like
hope you have a recording of that.
yeah, some guy
It's
just
so
tried to black
cool.
me. He's like, I'm gonna send all of this to your family if you don't pay me. And then he sent me this link to this like website that had all of my cam shows recorded. I'm like, thank you. I really needed that guy. Like,
Right? That's actually like that's kind of helpful. Like obviously he shouldn't have done that, but that's still like you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna use it. It's my content.
Like
Might
on one end, I really hate some of those sites because like one, they're stealing, and plus like like people are. I just have an issue with people stealing porn.
mm-hmm.
And a lot of those sites, like, like the website themselves recorded your live show and then sold it to that website, for them in order for them to get it. It's not always a fan that's in the room that hits, record on any type of thing that he can use. And it's just aggravating because, you work hard for, the amount of coin that you get, for that live show.
Mhm.
You don't want everybody to get it for free. And in this world that people steal stuff anyway, it's just infuriating. I'm sorry.
Mhm. See, at this point, what I've started doing is when I notice a certain video has been leaked, what I do is like kind of realize that that's kind of off my hands at that point. So what I do is that video, I go ahead and stop selling it as a pay-per-view and I just post it on Pornhub and X videos and I make that money out of it, Because either way, like they've already seen it for free. So I'm gonna still make at least some crumbs out of it.
True.
Right, right.
Or even like if it's like a full video, I'll just put it on like X videos red. So they still have to have like a membership to see it, but it's still like there on a tube site.
Right.
It's kind of one of those like, all right, well, you're already giving it away for free, so
Might as
yes,
well get
I might
it
as well.
yourself.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Right. It's such a
Oh,
crazy we live in. Like all the
hmm
Instagram accounts that I see and everything. It's like, wow,
and,
people
and
really
like,
have some time.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
lost my train. I forgot how we got to this, like, on this question. I had a thought that it went through my head, and now it's gone. And I'm thinking about, like, do you know, like, I have a big old hammock in my yard, and I'm thinking that hammock's been unused since someone recorded a video on there since the last, like, that was like a year and a half ago. And that hammock needs love. And I just thought about that when you were talking about, yeah, I do my live shows in my car, and I can imagine, like, someone how, like, that policeman walked up, was like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Right?
People are
Or
weird.
even when the peaches are ready, like you could do like a cam show or something like right under a peach tree.
Like,
Yes, and fruits
my
are like a big thing in mine. If you've seen my Instagram account, I do a lot of like fruit porn. So
Ooh.
yeah, so that's totally up my alley with the
I'm,
peaches and everything.
I'm sorry. Like, she
Um,
just she just hit a nerve really hard.
Because one of the branches broke.
No, they're gone. Both gone.
What do you mean both branches are gone?
Both branches are gone.
So how many peaches are gonna be left if
I
there's
mean,
how
I
many
mean, no,
branches
I
are
mean,
left?
nope. Like the big one ahead.
The big
I'm
one?
sorry. Ruby, I will send you a picture of the before and the after because, like, I have a big piece strip. I did a photo shoot out there with the piece strip. And the thing is like, when I went to the XRCO Awards, both arms was up. I came back, I looked outside the next day, one of the arms broke, like the big arm broke because it was so much weight from the peaches. And then, like, because the other arm was already touching the ground, it wasn't broke, but it was like so heavy. And I told my landlord, like, hey, my peach tree, like, one arm broke, whatever. I'm thinking, okay, he could either try to save the right arm. Nope, he got rid of it. And when like the next day, like, I looked out there like later that day, I'm like, okay, one arm is still up. It looks weird, but one arm is still up. He came by the next day to, finish, straighten up all the peaches. I went out there like later that day and I'm like, this man cut off both arms. I and like all I have left is the big, like, it looks like it's like a regular tree now, just no arms. And I'm like, those arms aren't, like, by the time I leave here, those arms aren't gonna grow back. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like a good, like, I looked at the tree earlier. It's probably still about a good, like, 30, 40 peaches on the tree. But like that arm that broke had at least 60 peaches on it. And the other
I
arm had at least 40 on it. And I'm like, I didn't get any peaches
imagine.
last
It's
year
a
because
big tree.
it's a big tree. I didn't get any the first year because my gardeners stole them all. The second year I was here in 21, I got a few, whatever. I was cool with it. Last year the bugs and the birds beat me to it, and the squirrels. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get me some really good this year. Nope. I
Right?
was
All the
I've been
branches.
sitting back waiting, like, oh, these are gonna be so good. I took a video, and then the very next 2 days later is when it broke. Like, it's literally a video
Mhm.
be saying it's gonna be so many peaches. It's gonna be looking so good. And then like 2 days later, and then this happened.
I'm
Oh,
trying to see if I have a picture like
so
accessible.
I do want to see. So what type of fruit videos do you do? I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Princess Ruby Moon, Priestess Ruby Moon.
Fine, I just feel like fruit is like Mother Nature's vagina, and just juices and so I've done watermelon, I've done honey.
I looked for it.
But yeah, go ahead with your saying. I'm sorry. The tree. So I lost my train of thought. I had to tell her something really quick. I had to pause for a second. So my train of thought is completely gone. Um, yeah.
Yeah, what were you saying, Ruby?
We were just talking about fruit porn and stuff like
Yeah, go
that.
ahead. Fruit
Oh
porn.
yeah,
Fruit
you did
porn.
watermelon. I think you said you did grapefruit,
No,
and
I've
then
done honey and watermelon, I've done lemon and oranges, and yeah, I will do all of them eventually.
mm, it would be so awesome having like kind of like a almost like a book of just like stills of just like sexy like fruit porn.
So
I think that'd be
perfect.
so.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the food, fruit and stuff. Like I gave a blowjob the other day with like an apple. Like became like this.
An
Ooh,
apple?
Right. So it was like rubbing on his dick, taking a bite of it, and we both like
Okay.
masturbate
I'm
and
thinking
like
about, have you ever seen the video of the girl who used a grapefruit to suck a dick? Yeah,
yeah.
she jacked him off with, and then she started sucking. It's a
Mhm,
video out there of someone doing that, and like it was really intense. And
mhm.
that's all I could think about. When you said apple, I'm like, how did he stick his dick in an apple? That's okay,
uh,
but you
You
okay.
just core it,
biting,
you know?
rubbing it, and like biting it, and then like
Yeah,
rubbing
she's
it.
biting it. I'm like, I'm thinking about the grapefruit, but because the grapefruit, you
Yeah,
should dig through the grapefruit. And
that's
I'm
what I
like,
was thinking when you said apple. I was thinking you like core it and you'd be like,
yeah, but but depending on how thick the dick is, like it's a core in the apple. So it's not. I mean that just feels like it's chafing, because apple isn't an apple is hard.
I
It's
mean, it's
not
Yeah,
been
juicy,
like
and
older
an
apples,
apple
they're
isn't
soft
juicy
enough.
now. Are you trying to shave a dick, Sarah?
I
Ouch.
mean, some apples are soft, especially
Sarah,
when like a
no dick
little extra
chafing.
ripe.
No dick chafing. That's painful, Sarah. Stop trying to chafe a dick. I'm gonna
Oh my God.
don't make me start calling you Sarah Dick Shaver Lace. Someone now.
You know I would never.
I would
No,
say like the apple was more of just like slow, like sensual type of experience,
Uh-huh.
Just and then it was like the way I masturbated with it and just like eating it throughout like the whole experience, and then just like yeah, and then squeezing the juice on his penis and stuff and then like licking it off.
okay.
That sounds hot.
Right? That's right.
That does sound really hot. Especially because like if she there's a lot of things you can do with fruit. And
Mhm.
the fact that she said she was masturbating with it, whatever. So if she's doing that, and then the other person is licking or chewing, where yeah, it's a lot of things you can do with fruit. I'm
Mhm.
just thinking, because I haven't seen the video, but I'm picturing it in my head, and
I get it.
I'm just imagining how the video looked, you know, and it's just and that's
He's
why
like, I
and
think
that's
I need to try my own video out.
oh no,
Right?
no,
Exactly. His imagination is
I am the
probably
most,
going crazy
I
right
am the
now.
most prudest of prudes, Miss Moon. Like, yeah, I'm the prudest of prudes. Like, I'm the one that just am behind the camera. I probably like 98% of the time I don't even participate. I'm just there. I'm just there.
He's just a voyeur.
I'm just a voyeur in my night.
He's
Not yeah,
more like asexual, but still kinky.
yeah.
He likes talking about it. He has a lot of toys and he loves gifting the toys to people, definitely. But
And
I
it's like
don't
what's that? I said earlier, like I don't have like I love like I'm a giver and I don't care about receiving. And I don't
mm,
participate in this unless someone adamantly persuades me.
Right. So you get off more on by like seeing in the visual and like experiencing the other person versus like
Yeah,
getting it in return.
yeah,
So you're satisfied by seeing her satisfied when you like eat her pussy type.
yeah, or just like yeah, what I said earlier, like one thing that I do like to do is suck a titty. You know, I do love doing that, and if she can get off from all that stuff like that, I'm good. You don't gotta even touch my manly parts. I'm good. I'll be happy and go to sleep.
Love that. Not
Yeah.
man, more than not, guys are not like that.
I'm
I
okay.
know.
I'm like
It's a
I'm
million
I know.
world.
Definitely not many. But
I'm
do
one of
you
the
think
weird I'm one of the
you're the
weird ones out
giver or
here.
more of a receiver? What do you think you like more? Do you think you like giving or do you like the receiving?
I like it to be both. You know, like I don't
Yeah.
necessarily like give a guy a blowjob all the time if he's not willing to like go down with me, right? It should be like
Hmm.
full, like it's just like a full dance, you know. And
Yeah,
there's
like
days, there's days, right? Like there might be days where it's like I'm more of in like a giving mode, but like there might be a time where I'm more in a receiving mode, and I think we have to like dance between that, you know, because I might be on my period and grumpy and not want to do that, but I might totally want to suck your dick, but there might be days that I
mhm,
don't. Maybe it's just like my turn, right? You know, so
Well, but
that's
I like
true.
people enjoy getting their red wings, so I
That's
don't.
true.
I don't even, like.
That's true. There are
I'm
times
not a
when
red
you're
wing guy,
for that.
but people enjoy red wings.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Fans out there asking what is red wings? Google it. We're not going to talk about it. But yeah,
Or like for example, just put a towel down and then just do a little more sensual instead of going more like rough and hardcore. I like doing it where he's more giving, like he lets me lay back, he does all the work, he takes care of me, he lets me still get an orgasm. So like because like orgasms actually help with cramps. So it's just like you still get a little, you get some pleasure out of it, you get some pain relief out of it, he gets his nut.
Mhm.
But I feel like there has to be like a certain mood for it still, because sometimes it's just too much. Where you're just like, oh no.
I can
Here,
only
Yeah,
let
the
me
I would
lay
only
say
here
a
and
good
open
pounding
my
on my.
mouth, and you just use my mouth, and you're just like,
the only picture in my phone of the tree club and looking is the one
mhm.
of you and the other person posing under it, and that's all I have. Anyway, I was looking for pictures of the tree to send you, and that's all I have. Like I can see right now is the photo shoot I did under the tree that I missed.
Mhm.
That I'm gonna be bitter, like I'm gonna be crying about for the next until I leave, until I move from this
Yeah.
location. I won't be
I've
crying
done
about
a couple photo shoots under the tree. The first one, well, the first one was like during summertime where the peaches were actually like ripe
White
and
Blossom.
we were harvesting them, and those photos were really really fun. Um we ended up having like a little smoke session afterwards too. We had a bunch of like fruit out, I was just there posing, like just holding some fruit and just having it like drip on me and stuff like that. And
Goddess style.
right, exactly. That's what I was thinking. And then the second one, it was actually cold. We had to have heaters outside, but it was the peaches were like blossoming.
It
So
was,
you can just see a bunch of pink like blossoms like all over the trees. It was so so pretty and it was worth it.
and we did
But
it
it
at
was
night too.
definitely cold. Yeah, we did it at nighttime, but it was definitely cold.
But
Worth it for the
It
picture
was
though.
worth
I mean,
it. It
it
was
was
worth
definitely worth it
it.
for the pictures, but it's just like now it's all gone now, and I love the the visualization because as I said earlier, because I'm more asexual and I'm recording taking these pictures and all that stuff like that, I'm more of a visualization person of what your fans love than
Mhm.
anything else. Is someone looking at you funny over there?
No.
Just give. giving the finger like, no, I am currently on this podcast with Sarah Lace and Raw Star. You must not know who the F I am. My
You must
name
not.
my name is
Right? She's probably like me and just looks at everyone that passes by.
my name is
That's how I
Priestess
am.
Ruby
Oh, it's
Moon.
not
You better look me up.
Get it right. Get it fucking right, because we're not that other Miss Ruby Moon.
So
right.
why I send these to you? So what type like where do you see yourself in the next two years like in your career?
Hopefully way more mainstream, traveling the world full time, putting on exotic shows in the jungle, in the desert, in Africa, in Egypt. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I want to be in front of all the exotic places doing crazy wild stuff.
Ooh. What's the wildest thing that you have on your bucket list?
Going to the jungle with the Black Panthers, the Black Jaguars.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, damn.
I would like to do conservation work and specifically with Black Jaguars. So I would love for like my like porn to come together with like that, not like obviously animalistic stuff, but more
Yeah,
just
no,
like
we're not talking bestiality. I know what you mean.
right, like pose, like just like I love Black Panthers and stuff like that. So I would love to like do exotic work while also being able to like work with the planet and the
Have
animals and
you
like find them.
have you done any photo shoots with any animals in like a snake or whatever or
No, I
anything
haven't.
like that?
Ooh,
I
you should get a sexy like zookeeper outfit.
oh, I would love that. I would love that. That would be super fun.
I think
Right? I
I
feel
think
like that would be a good way for you to like start like blending that together, kind of maybe doing like hiking videos or something of you in a little like obviously camping gear, but like zookeeper style. And maybe being like talking about like, oh, and here we are looking for the birds or something, certain animal out in these woods and whatever.
as far
I
as the
think that's
snake one
That's
goes, I
my
think
vibe
so
for sure.
cute.
as far as the snake one goes, like I don't want a snake, but I think I know, like I don't know if he still owns it or not. But a photographer, a friend of mine who does adult models, who doesn't charge adult models for his pictures, I can see if he's available. He still has a snake, and we can get you like I don't like he had a big long snake. I don't know what type it was, but like
Ooh.
yeah, and just it'd be like something something that you like to do and something sexual without being overtly weird,
Something artistic,
yeah,
essentially.
artistically sexy, because it's still
Mhm.
nudity, yes, but it's not like, hey, I'm doing weird things with the snake.
Right.
Mhm.
when we get off of here, make a text, not a phone call, because I don't want to call this person because they
I
talk
could
a lot.
I could really see you doing like fun facts videos,
Yeah, no, because like
like
she
something like
engaged
that.
me. Like I feel like a 5-year-old in a class just learning. Like I want like if this she
Mhm.
was sitting there on a chair, I'll be sitting down here with my and sitting in cross-legged, just sitting there like teach me, teach me please.
Teach
No,
me your ways.
teach me your ways. Like
Maybe,
I want to learn.
maybe we'll
Mhm.
take the podcast to the jungle and she'll come with me and interview me with the
And
snake
then
around.
we can find some water at a
I don't,
nearest
I don't, I don't,
place.
I don't, I don't, I don't know. I think Sarah might be scared of some of those animals.
Right.
Probably, but like
You
For the
I could
shot.
do it.
say
I
what?
think I could do it.
I
I
don't,
don't know.
I don't know.
I think
I,
I'm a little bit of a pussy
But
out
I
in
like
the
your
jungle.
ideas. Some fun facts about animals or me.
About
Well,
animals. Well, both actually,
yeah, what are some fun facts about you?
but
What
like
what are some
especially
what are some
conservation
fun facts
facts.
about Ruby?
Yeah.
some fun facts about me.
Hmm.
I have an adventure cat that I go hiking with that can
Ooh,
walk my cat without a leash on.
What's
Okay.
their
that's
name?
awesome.
Magic Moon. Her name is Magic Moon. She's a black cat.
Magic Moon.
That is so
Oh,
cute.
right? That's adorable. But
Yeah. And then I my favorite number is 7 and 11. I like both.
So you like to gamble. Seven,
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
I know it used to be my favorite gas station. I'm just kidding.
I
No,
love the
yeah.
slushies. I love the slushies from 7-Eleven. Mm-hmm.
See,
Definitely.
so I used to only go to 7-Eleven get the same drink. Now I just get them delivered here. So again,
Goodness.
I have
The age
my
of delivery,
well, let me just,
everything just gets conveniently
let's
delivered.
let's let's break this down though. I work from home, Remus. And the thing is, because I do that and I get stuff delivered, that means I don't have to leave my house unless I want to. So I don't have to deal. I don't have to deal with LA traffic. I don't have to look at humans unless I want to.
Mhm.
I can wake up when I want to and lay back down when I want to. And like I order from DoorDash, so they can lay the food inside my house and I don't even have to cook. I am lazy. I am
If
extremely lazy.
if you can be that type of person and find a way to like make money from your house, like that's the world we live in these days. Nobody wants to go work these jobs anymore. Like, we're in the we're
Mm-mm.
like we need our online platforms if we're gonna like make it for ourselves, and be able to
I've
live.
worked from home since 2010.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm so used to it. Like, because people used like have you seen this TV show Martin?
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
is somebody on there who they always joke about like that doesn't have a job, and they always say you don't have no job. But the thing is, they used to call me his name because I'd be just sitting at home all day while they go out and do whatever they have to do for a living. And like I'm like, this is when I have roommates. I don't have roommates now, and I'm like, no, I'm working. I'm like, y'all just don't see what I'm doing. And now I'm still doing the same thing, and they're doing whatever. But I'm like, no. I've worked from home for 14 years, and I go to events like and do photography, but that's just because it's fun. I don't need to do. I have fun doing because I get to meet like amazing priests people like Priestess Ruby Moon, and like her amazing cohorts at her modeling agency that I met along the way. And matter of fact, y'all had some nice outfits on that was spectacular. And I get to meet a lot of people, so I love going out and doing those events. But that's just for fun,
Hmm.
you
He
know?
Yeah,
does
so I'm
he
curious how
does a
you
lot of
became.
events just for fun. Like, for example, XBiz last year. That was hot. I don't know if you've ever been to one of those, but there's like a pool party and stuff like that. And we like doing like photo shoots and kind of just enjoy ourselves and get free merch and then get to like chat with other we obviously get to mingle, but there's also seminars and they
And
give us
it
a
just
bunch of
ended.
information.
It just ended yesterday. Well, were you about to say
Yeah.
you're interested in what now?
Oh,
What?
You said you're interested in, and then you stopped.
Oh, I was just interested in why you were shooting for XRCO. Like, how did you?
Oh, well, the thing is this, when I first, 'cause I've been around the industry for 16 years, but I've always like, just shot for red carpets, and then I took a long time off because that's when I couldn't shoot for a while because of an injury. And then I came back and now I just do red carpets because it's something to do. Like I don't have to do it.
something.
It's just something to do. It's like I shoot at the X3 Awards. And I shoot at XRCO and I shoot at Urban X. And
Mhm.
it's just something to do. And like since I do this podcast now also, and it's because I know a lot of people in this industry because like people see me as that person who like knows everybody, and I'm always get the questions like, "What do you do in the industry?" And it's always that question because they always see me
Mhm.
everywhere, and everybody say, "Yeah, I know Raw Star," and it's like, "How do you like? What does he do?" I don't know, but he's there.
Mhm. And he's usually like holding a camera, so you're just like, okay, are you like a random guy with a camera using that to get in, and you're just always everywhere, or are you a photographer? You
Yeah.
know, sometimes like I've had people ask me like, who's that guy you were talking to? Like I see him at all these events. Like, does he just like hang around with his camera? And I'm just like, no, guys, like he's actually like a photographer. And for some of it, I'm like, okay, he actually got hired for the event. Like that's why he's here taking random photos of people. That's his job.
And I give everybody their picture because you have a lot of people who, take your picture
Mhm.
and you never see the picture. How many pictures have you taken that you never seen, Miss Rue?
Yeah, I've only seen the photos that you posted of me so
That's
far.
it.
Exactly.
I've seen more of you.
I
I've
haven't
se-
seen, yeah, I don't know where they are.
I will find them later and I will send them to you. I've seen a few more of you on the carpet that someone else took. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I will find them and send them to you. Yeah, but there's a lot of people who like because I don't know if you went to AVN or not or any of the other award shows or X3 or whatever. Like there's a lot of people who like take your picture and you never see them. And
Mhm.
I know who the usual suspects are, and that's on them because they are approved by the company that does the award shows. But I'm like, that's ridiculous. I mean, I can see like you're not editing them all and not whatever, but the whole reason you're there is to give them publicity.
Mhm.
And I never understood because if you post a picture like, hey, this is Priestess Ruby Moon, and then Miss Priestess Ruby Moon reposted it, like it's everywhere. Like people say, "Oh, he's a good photographer. Can I hire this photographer to shoot me at someplace else?" Yeah, and y'all come up with something, and he gets paid for it, or y'all do a mutual or whatever. And it's like
Mhm.
that's the whole thing. Whatever. People
That's the
don't get
whole
that.
point. Because I've done it before where I'll take a stack of business cards and hand them to each photographer. And sometimes they'll actually do it where they take a picture of me and the business card. And I still don't receive the photos. And I'm just like, okay, I do this for what? You know, I'm just like, come on, just one photo, guys, please. Like,
Yeah, and if someone
but
asks
it's
me like,
nice.
because I try to post them all, but if someone asks me like, "Hey, where's the picture at?" And I give them like, "Here's my card. Just email me and like give me like 2 3 days to edit all these red carpet pictures, like, and you'll get it." Like I don't, I just don't like. I just do it for fun. Like I just try to edit as many as I can of everybody. Like I think I posted every picture that I took of you period. And I don't
Yeah.
think I left any on the edit floor because you like yeah, because it's your picture. I just took it, you know.
Yeah. But it's nice having someone at the events that you can rely on to give you the photos.
Right.
And so
I feel like there's three main people that I go to for that. Obviously, Rostar, and then there is Industry by Rick, and then there's Jay's Playhouse. Like with all three of them, I can rely on getting my photos.
I want to ask you, have you met Rick yet?
I mean, not that I realize.
Okay, like have you done were you at X3 or XBiz Awards?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
he is the older gentleman with the big beard,
OT or beard?
the
Yeah.
goatee.
Okay.
That's Rick. He's an older gentleman with a beard, and he's the older.
Gray hair?
If you see him, he looks like the person who like how can I say this? You have Rick, but you have everybody else that's taking pictures. He's
Mm-hmm.
like he's
He's
like
like the main
he
one,
is
I would
one of the
say.
nicest guys in the world, but it looks like everybody gives him the respect of being Rick. Then you have
Right.
Mm.
everybody else. Like he's the goat, and we're just lambs and sheep in the past. I've told him that before, so I'm not ashamed to call Rick that. So it's Rick, and then it's everybody else. I don't care who they are. I don't care how long they've been. It's
Honored
Rick.
then.
It's Rick, and then his pastor.
His pastor.
Yeah, like he's the cheap what they call it? Someone who
The shepherd.
shepherd. He's a shepherd, and we're the sheep. So Rick. I will find those
But yeah,
pictures.
he's an
I will find
OG
those.
in the
I'll find those
industry.
pictures and send them to you. That I've seen like two other people post your picture, so I'll make sure you get them. But we have exceeded our time. But I do want to make sure that you already told everybody what to look forward to that you have coming out. Tell everybody where they can buy your content, where they can support you in all types of way. Uh, and everybody make sure you learn about water from her because like I could listen to her talk about that for like 3 hours, and we're not here for that. But go ahead. You have no idea how interested I am in that. Like you have no idea. I am a for real nerd. So, but go ahead. Like,
Some real info then.
yeah,
Go watch it. Yeah. But and I can maybe give you some water too.
I
When you
am. I am down for some water. Like, if you're ever in my area and you're gonna bring me some water, I would gladly take it and compensate you for it. You know.
I give
You
water for
sound
free.
so thirsty, Rostar. You sound so thirsty.
I am thirsty. Like I love water. Like I said, I have this right here, and like it is literally two bottles over here. I want to get up and get that are empty of water, but they're bottled water, and that's water she told me not to drink. So I love to drink my water, and all I have left is this little bit of water in this Fago, you know, and
I just
yeah.
got a really dirty idea. I don't know if you know how to squirt, but what do you think about squirting in a jar and calling it priestess water?
Ooh. Shit.
You're giving her
I could do
ideas
that.
now.
Like their bath water and their squirt before and their panties. So like, you're welcome.
You giving her ideas now. She gonna
I love that.
you gonna see that on her Twitter in 2 days. So I'm selling
I
pieces of
know.
water.
I need your number, girl. I need
I'm
to talk
selling.
to you.
It was just a random thought, but I don't know. I think it could actually work.
I love that Priestess water because I'm drinking that water and it is my juices, right? I am the water.
Exactly.
I
So
love
you
that.
so you so you know it's the purest of the pure.
Mm-hmm. That's
It's the
right.
only-
Purest squirt.
Mhm.
I mean, people would like that's a market. You just created a whole market, a $1 million make market. Priestess Ruby
Priestess
Bloom,
water.
Priestess water from
I
the
know.
from
People are
the
gonna be
from
searching me up.
the
They're like, I need some of this Priestess water. I'm like, check my inbox tonight. It's gonna be
from
like,
the purest of the pure.
I love that. Thank you for that. That was
You're
so sweet. I love your visions and your words and so cute. Like, yeah,
Now
yep.
Rockstar
You
can't
guys
help
get it.
himself.
Get it.
So, tell everybody where we can find you. Any links that you have?
Yes, go to Miss Ruby Moon on Instagram and Twitter, Miss Ruby Moon _, and then that's where you can find me.
Where can I find you really quick, Sarah, before this policeman gets on my nerves?
You guys can find me on iamsarahLace.com, and then you can find Rostar on the burbankmisfits.com.
Oh yeah.
And RAWSEARR on Instagram and on the X. And thanks for coming, Priestess. We really appreciate you. And tell that cop to get a life. And we will talk to you all next week. Be well, stay blessed, and stay amazing, everybody.